you produced several music videos to uplift spirits during this pandemic, which is now onto year two. So what role does art and creativity play in leadership? And how have you leveraged your own creative side as you went on through your career? And what do you think we need to do now, moving forward?
Well, creativity it's a wonderful thing. And I think as I've gone through my career, I think I've evolved to the point where I'm more aware that I need to have a creative outlet and I need to find work opportunities that fit with specifically the music. This was another example of something that was a latent interest from my earliest years. When I was younger in university, I wrote songs, I played in bands, and I've always had this burning love of music. And like my interest in global health, now I'm thinking, what can I do with my musical interests and creativity in a way that can be positive? And in the midst of a pandemic, when everything is locked down, it's a great time to make music. My neighbor and I, we do these spontaneous, actually not spontaneous, every day in the first wave of the pandemic for almost 3 months, we put on like a 4-song concert to bring our community together. So for people with a high level of creativity, what does leadership look like? Well, one, I think looking back, I think I was incredibly fortunate to be in leadership positions where there was space or even mandate for somebody to be creative. And that was at the start of organizations. So I was the inaugural CEO of the Saskatchewan Health Quality Council, and then the inaugural CEO, what was then the Ontario Health Quality Council. So when you have a new organization, lots of opportunity to create the team, to define the vision, to develop the relationships, to do all of that by engaging different people at the same time. So you come up with something, it's not your own vision, but it's something that ultimately should be a collective vision. But to bring creativity, that's an incredibly, I'm so grateful and honored to have the opportunity to do that and test out new ideas. I also recognize that not every organization is the same, particularly throughout its lifestyle, its life cycle. And there are well-established organizations in certain industries where the main job of the leader may be to we need to keep the organization going, to guide the ship through different situations. We need to adhere to regulatory frameworks. And there's still room for creativity in terms of problem solving, but it may not be to the same degree. So for people that are very high in the creative stream, you have to ask yourself, would I really fit into that? Or in that type of an organization where it's on maintenance mode or ongoing continuation mode? Maybe it's a particular niche role that I need to have in terms of a problem solver, so you need to be able to look at your own strengths and make sure that you're able to apply that in a place that's the best fit for what you have to offer.